Hello classmates, teacher, our team is going to talk about the House of Wisdom. First of all, what is it? The House of Wisdom was a library and a translation institute. It was the center of Islamic learning. In this house, Greek works of different cultures were translated into Arabic. Maybe this is the reason why it became the language of knowledge and learning for many centuries. The House of Wisdom was the key institution in the translation movement and was considered to have been a major intellectual center during the Islamic Golden Age. The House of Wisdom's main concern was foreign knowledge, and around it the Baghdad School evolved.
Foundation. The House of Wisdom was founded by Abbasid Caliph Harun al-Rashid. A caliph is the head of state in a caliphate, a Muslim spiritual community. He was the fifth of the Arab Abbasid Caliph, and he ruled from the late 700 to the year 809. This institution was founded in Baghdad, Iraq. The time of its foundation was the Abbasid era, that is the 9th century. However, it is also considered a part of the Islamic Golden Age, which started in the 8th century. It is called the Islamic Golden Age because it became an intellectual center for science, philosophy, education, and medicine, in which the House of Wisdom played an important part in the development of the Muslim world.
So I'm going to talk about now how it operated. As it was mentioned before, much of the remaining classic Greek writings did not survive, so the Arab scholars in the House of Wisdom translated into Arabic the few that remained. Also, during the reign of Al-Ma'mun, they set up observatories, which made the House of Wisdom a center for the study of humanities and sciences, including math, astronomy, medicine, chemistry, etc. And they also studied texts, including those of Pythagoras, Plato, Aristotle, etc. So that way, the scholars did not only accumulate a great collection of knowledge, but they also built and created their own based on their discoveries. In the House of Wisdom, their main ambition was to translate as much as they could of whatever remained of the classical Greek knowledge in every subject possible. As I mentioned before, they translated astronomy, ethics, geography, everything. They wrote many manuscripts and books in different languages. They spoke, read, and wrote in Arabic, of course, it was their main language, and in Farsi, Hebrew, Aramaic, Syriac, Greek, and Latin. The first Arabic translation used the same literal style of the Syriac translators, which was word for word. But then the scholars later abandoned the tradition of literal translation and concentrated on making the sense of the Greek writers comprehensible for the reader. That is, they used the sense for sense method. During that age, which was called Baghdad's Golden Age, there was no kind of censorship or religious bigotry, so the House of Wisdom welcomed influences from all over the world, equally from Indians, Chinese, Christians, Jews, pagans, Muslims, of course. So they employed them all and created that diverse team to help translate books from all over the world. Some of these translators were paid their work's weight in gold, so as you can imagine that that means that translators traveled long ways searching for long original text to translate.
Now we're gonna talk about the protagonists of the House of Wisdom. The first personality is Al-Khwarizmi, a mathematician and astronomer born around 783. Uzbekistan. He was affiliated with the House of Wisdom, and his star tables and works on arithmetic, algebra, Hindu-Arabic numerals, and the astrolabe, which is an inclinometer. You can see the picture there. It's like a compass. This object was used by astronomers, navigators, and astrologers to locate and predict the positions of the sun, moon, planets, stars, and horoscopes. So, well, he liked to use that, the astrolabe, and this was a profound influence in the West. The next personality is Al-Mamun, who was an Abbasid caliph from 813 to 833. Abbasid means that he was part of the Abbasid dynasty, which was the third generation of a Muslim spiritual community. He took a direct interest in science and philosophy, and he was an active promoter of scholars at the House of Wisdom and elsewhere. Now, this personality is Ibn Sina, which is also known as Avicenna. He was an 11th century polymath and leading Muslim philosopher and medical scholar. His influence on Western culture lasted for centuries in various fields, from philosophy to medicine. Next personality is Ibn Rushd, or also known as Averroes. This famous Andalusian philosopher flourished in Cordoba and Marrakech in the 12th century. He exerted an enormous influence on Christian and Jewish thought, primarily as a commentator on Aristotle and also as an original author in philosophy, logic, astronomy, and medicine. Next personality is Al-Idrisi, also known as Dresses. He was a North African geographer and scientific director of the Sicils World Map Project, which is that map you can see in the picture. This project was led by King Roger II, so Al-Idrisi was working for him by making this map of the Sicily world. It was completed in 1154. Next personality is Adelard of Bath, who was a pioneering explorer of the Islamic learning. He brought the wonders of geometry, astronomy, and other fields to the medieval West. And our last personality is Frederick II, the Holy Roman Emperor. He was an enthusiastic proponent of Arabic culture. He was pattern of Michael Scott, who was a Scottish medieval mathematician and scholar who worked for Aristotle, Avicenna, and Averroes. Frederick II signed and accepted translations of Ibn Rushd commentaries. He was
Destruction of the House of Wisdom. In 1258, Mongols invaded Baghdad. Along with other libraries, the House of Wisdom was destroyed by them. Mongols took all the books from the Baghdad's libraries in order to make a bridge to cross over the Tigris River. Some people even said the Tigris wasn't black or red because of the inks from the books. However, Nasir al-Din al-Tusi rescued about 400 manuscripts. Tragically, during the 2003 war in Iraq, the Central Library, the House of Islamic Manuscripts, and many other university and public libraries in Baghdad were pillaged and burned down, so all the heritage that it contained was lost.